Hey there, you. This is a yoga practice to be you. Sometimes when we're not feeling our most confident or not feeling the best about ourselves, we tend to crouch down and close off our heart space. So this practice is going to help you to open up your heart space again so you can be a little bit more confident and shine as you should. So this is a beginner-friendly practice. If you are a beginner, you might have a cushion or a yoga block nearby. Also, if you do like this video at the end of it, please leave a thumbs up and that will help more people to find it, and it really helps me out too. So go ahead and get ready, and then we'll meet back here on the mat. We'll begin today in child's pose, coming into whichever version feels best for you. If you are a beginner, you can have that cushion or yoga block in underneath your hips here. Keep your big toes together. Knees can stay together or come wide apart. Hands can reach to the front of the mat, or they can come back to rest next to your feet, palms faced up. Melt your forehead to the ground here, or onto your hands or a yoga block. Take some time to wiggle around and find what works best for you in this pose. And then once you're settled, bring some awareness to your body. Maybe loosen up your jaw, soften your facial muscles, relax your shoulders, and just surrender to gravity a little bit more. Bring your awareness to your breath. Notice how it feels as the breath comes into your body and expands everything. And then noticing how everything deflates on your exhale. As you're here in child's pose, I just want you to find one thing that you love about this moment. It can be a physical sensation, mental or spiritual, just something that feels good right now. Bring your hands towards the front of your mat if they're not already there. Spread your fingers wide and press your finger pads into your mat. Now inhale to pull yourself back up, coming into tabletop pose. Wrists directly below the shoulders, knees below the hips, fingers spread wide apart, and push yourself away from your mat here. We'll move into some cat and cow. Inhale to point your tailbone up, drop your belly, bring your chest forward, look up. Exhale, point your tailbone down, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest, and drop your head. Inhale, tailbone comes back up, belly drops, chest comes forward, eyes up. Exhale, round your spine and come back to cat pose. Keep going for a few more, moving at your own pace. And again, here you might find something that you love about this moment, something that feels really good. And if you find a physical sensation that feels good, you're welcome to just stay there and just linger in the enjoyment of it for an extra moment. The next time that you're in a neutral spine, you can pause there. From here, we're coming into tiger pose. So it's just like cat and cow, but now as you inhale, bring your right foot up towards the ceiling. Look up and imagine you have a magnet in the crown of your head and the sole of your foot. So they're really trying to press together. Exhale to round your spine and pick your knee up towards your nose as you drop your head. And really squish everything together here. Really try to touch your knee to your nose. Inhale, coming back up. Pointing those toes up and looking up. Exhale, rounding down, squishing. The more you squish, the more you can open up the back of your heart space. So keep pushing away from the mat. Inhale to come back up. And we'll just do one more of each. Exhale, squish. Inhale, toes point up. Now stay here with your foot in the air. Keep pointing the toes up. Now you might be good just to stay here. Or if you're feeling balanced, you can reach your left arm out in front of you. Again, you can stay here, or to go a little bit further, reach that left hand back to find the right foot and gently kick your foot into your hand so you start to pull your chest open. Now keep breathing here. Again, don't worry how it looks, focus on how it feels. Take a big breath in, find what you enjoy in this moment. And then exhale to come back down. Now, even if you tried that pose and it didn't work out, maybe you can just enjoy the fact that you tried, and everything gets easier with practice. So don't worry if it didn't work out this time. We're going to go to the left side now. So inhale, toes come up, eyes look up, magnetize foot to head. Exhale, round down, squish, and open up the back of your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, squish. Last time here, so really pick that knee up as much as you can. Inhale, toes come back up towards the sky, eyes look up. Stay here or find your balance and reach your right arm out. Stay here or come back for tiger 2. As you push your foot up towards the clouds, you can start to feel your right shoulder is opening. Keep gently pulling back. Take a big breath in. Find what you enjoy. And then exhale to slowly release. Now, once you're back here, we'll come into puppy pose, a really great heart opener. Your hips are staying directly above your knees. They will be tempted to slide back or forward, so just be aware of that. And then your hands are coming towards the front of your mat. Now keep your hips above your knees and melt your heart down to your mat. The forehead can come to the mat as well. Starting to feel that opening through the back of your heart space. Just breathe into it. Allow your breath and gravity to do all of the work. We'll only be here for a few breaths, but if this is too intense, you can take a bend into your elbows to bring your hands closer to you. One more big breath in. As you exhale, however you can, just come out of the pose, making your way back into tabletop. And you might do a cat pose here, rounding your spine again, dropping your head. You might also feel called to do a cow pose. So just do whatever you need to do to release the pose. When you're ready, you can make your way to downward dog, walking your hands closer to the top of your mat, keeping your fingers spread. Curl your toes, lift your knees, and drag your hips up and back. You can take some time to do whatever you feel called to do here. Find what feels the best and allow yourself to indulge in it for a moment. And now you can keep your feet still, have them hip-width distance apart, have your knees bent, point your tailbone to the clouds, drop your head towards your mat. And as you do this, you'll start to feel an opening in your shoulders. Maybe you can bring your ears in line with your biceps. Keep pushing yourself away from your hands so you start to stretch the back of your body. And then just breathe in. Each inhale will stretch you even longer. Walk your feet towards your hands now, moving slowly. Eventually, you'll land in Uttasana, standing forward fold, feet parallel and hip-width distance apart, hands hanging low, head relaxed, jaw loose. You can stay as you are, or to open up your heart a little bit more, you can interlock your fingers. Have a generous bend in your knees and then press your hands towards the sky. As you do so, release your nose towards your knees. Opening up your heart and dropping into what feels good in this moment. If your fingers are interlocked, with control you can start to release, bringing your hands back to the mat. Tuck your chin to your chest and slowly start to roll your spine up, stacking one vertebrae at a time. The back of your neck will be the last part to straighten up. Once you're there, roll your shoulders back and down. Take a nice full breath in and out. And practice standing tall here with your shoulders back and down, your chest open, your spine lengthened. And you can come to stand towards the top of your mat. Have your right toes facing the short edge of your mat and step your left foot back. So your left foot is on a 45-degree angle. Bend your front knee over your front ankle. Square your hips to the short edge of your mat and then lift your hands up for warrior one. Keep pulling your feet towards each other as if you're trying to claw the front and the back of your yoga mat together. And press into the knife edge of your back foot. So there's a lot happening within your legs here. They're getting really energized. Keep pulling all that energy up through your legs. Then cinch your waist as if you're putting on a tight pair of jeans. So you're hugging everything in. And then that energy now lifts up into your heart and helps everything to open up and expand. Keep pulling up through your feet, keep cinching your waist, and keep expanding your chest. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. On your next exhale, open up your hands from left to right and make your back foot parallel to the back of your mat. Look over your right hand and check in that this front knee is still over the front ankle for warrior 2. Your feet are still pulling towards each other. Legs are still working hard. Waist is still cinching to bring that energy up to your heart. And to go a little bit further, we're going to imagine we have a pencil in the back of our shoulder blades. You're trying to keep that pencil there, so you're gently pulling the shoulder blades towards each other. You'll feel that opening across your chest. Now tap into all this warrior energy, all this power that you have within you. And just breathe it into every cell in your body. Maybe you've forgotten about the pencil, that's okay. Make sure it's still being held up. Take a big breath in, squeeze everything up through your legs, cinch your waist, expand your heart, and then exhale to relax. You can step that back foot to the front again, and we're going to do that on the opposite side. So now your right foot steps back, left toes face the short edge of your mat, bend front knee over front ankle, back foot 45-degree angle, pull your feet towards each other, cinch your waist, square your hips to the short edge, and reach your hands up. Some conflicting energy within your arms. Your fingers are trying to touch the sky, but your shoulders are staying relaxed away from your ears. Keep breathing to expand your heart space. On the exhale, open out to warrior 2, back foot parallel to the back of your mat now. Front knee still over front ankle. Pencil in the shoulder blades to open up your collarbones. Look over your left hand. Finding again that warrior energy, breathing it all in. Remembering how it feels so you can take this with you. Last big breath in, pull up through your feet, cinch your waist, expand your chest, keep sucking all that energy up into your heart. And then exhale to relax. Step your back foot to the front again, shake off your legs if needed. And then from here you can come back down to lie on your back. Take your time to get there. And then once you're there, just take a moment to let everything flop. Maybe coming into Shavasana pose, palms faced up. Find your breath. And as you're here, thank yourself for being you, because it's you that got you here, that made you do this yoga practice, and that is taking care of you in this moment. We'll make our way into bridge pose now, so you can bend your knees, ankles roughly underneath the knees. Reach your fingertips down towards your heels. Press your lower back into your mat. And from this position of the hips, lift them up towards the clouds. Try to touch your chest to your chin without moving your head. And use each inhale to expand your belly as much as possible. Try to keep your hips lifted through your exhale. You can stay here, or to open up your heart a little bit more, interlock your fingers and walk your shoulder blades towards the center line of your mat. Now again in this position, inhale to lift your hips, pull the energy up through your feet, cinch your waist, putting on those tight jeans, and then let that all burst up into your heart space to clear away any blockages. One more big breath in. Maybe you can lift your hips a little bit higher. And slowly as you exhale, bring one vertebrae at a time back down to the mat. When your hips land, bring your knees up towards your chest, forehead towards your knees. Compact everything into a little ball of energy. Keep squeezing, keep breathing. Really thank yourself again as you give yourself this hug. Send in all the love to yourself from yourself. And then with an exhale, you can unfurl everything. Come to lie long again on your mat. We'll come into fish pose here. So beginners, you might have that cushion or yoga block near your head if needed. Then your feet are coming together, flex them and bring your hands in underneath your hips. So you have your elbows out towards the side of your body. Inhale to lift your head to look at your feet. And then from here, prop yourself up onto your elbows. Walk your elbows as close to each other as you can get them. Flex your feet again. Take a big breath in to open up your chest. Slide back slightly and then bring the crown of your head towards the mat. This is where you can have a cushion or a yoga block in underneath your head if needed. Opening up the heart here, take advantage and take deep breaths in. We'll only be here for a few breaths, so really try to savor each one. To come out of the pose now, gently reverse so you can lift your head to look at your feet again, and then remove one hand at a time from under your hips. And then you can just splay yourself out into Shavasana pose. Before we move into our final relaxation, you might have some little fidgets that you need to get rid of. So you can adjust yourself as much as you need here. And then come to find that sweet spot for your hands and your legs. Have your palms facing up. Scan through your entire body and make sure you're not holding on to anything. And just start to feel those little patches of warmth throughout your body. And just try to let your awareness merge with that warmth, so you get lost within your own body. And before we fall into a deep relaxation, I have a short story to share with you. So there was once a beautiful golden Buddha statue in a small village in Thailand, and this was of immense value. It was a massive golden, pure gold Buddha. And this village got word that a tribe was coming from a different country or province to have war with this village. So knowing this, they covered this golden Buddha statue with clay to hide its value and to make it seem less important and less valuable. And this other tribe came, there was a war, and unfortunately lots of people were killed, and so much time passed where people were more focused on recovery that they forgot about this golden Buddha statue, and they forgot that it was made of gold. And then one day rains came, and the rain started to chip away at the clay, and something was shining from underneath the clay, and the people quickly realized that this thing that they thought had no value was actually extremely valuable and made of pure gold. So the moral of the story is that if you feel as though you have been covered up, maybe by someone or something, or maybe by yourself, just remember that you can always crack away at that clay and you can shine bright again and be who you are supposed to be. You're welcome to stay here for even longer, just resting. But if you are ready to come back, you can start to make small movements. Notice how that movement starts to crack away at the clay that you had been encased in. And the more you move, the more that clay starts to fall off. Just feel yourself shining brighter, and notice again what you really love about this moment and about yourself. When you're ready, you can start to make your way back up into a seat on your mat. And just find whatever way is best for you to sit. Once you're there, you can close your eyes. Take a big breath in And then through your mouth, a long breath out, blowing out any last cobwebs or blockages from your heart. You can do that a few more times if needed. When you're ready, you can open your eyes again. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you soon, but until then, take care and goodbye.